Please join me in taking a moment of silence. Please take your seats. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Good evening, and welcome to the 2022 National EMS Awards ceremony. Lately, times have been tough. We have seen resources go down and workloads go up. We have seen uncertainty rise. We have all sacrificed. We have given up time with our families. Our work has cut into our personal lives, and we have lost our sense of balance. Some of us come to work every day filled with fear, resignation, and doubt. Yet in the midst of uncertainty, we have survived. These challenging times have tested our character, but we have not backed down. It has tested our perseverance, but we are still here. It has tested our team, and we are still strong. Know that you have been through the worst, and it always gets better. You have struggled, you have stressed, you have worried, and it always gets better. You have stayed up late at night worrying about the future that seems unclear, and it always gets better. The best we can do in challenging times is to appreciate each other and celebrate what we have accomplished. Know that despite our challenges, we are still making a difference. A friend once told me, "Don't fake it till you make it." That's garbage advice. Face it till you make it. Get up, work hard, fail, stand back up, face it again, do a little better, fail again, get back up, and repeat it all over. Do not struggle in silence. Share your story, not as a victim, but as a warrior, a survivor. Today, we should be proud of ourselves, proud of our accomplishments, proud of our team, and just look around you here at everybody. You are our team, and you should be proud. Thank you. Tonight, before we recognize all of you for what you have accomplished and what you should be proud of, I would like to take a moment to thank all of those who have contributed to this year's events: the Department of Health, the New Jersey Academy of Family Physicians, the EMS Council, the conference presenters, and all the vendors. But last but certainly not least, I would like all of the OEMS staff to please stand up. Don't be shy. It's a well-deserved round of applause for all of these young ladies and young men who have worked tirelessly to make this event go unhinged. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and thank you for being here, supporting us, as we would like to continue supporting all of you. Without further ado, I would love, and I am honored to introduce to you our new Assistant Commissioner, Dana Johnson, who would like to say a few words.
Candace is telling me, be careful, don't trip. That's something I would do, right? I want to start off with a quote from Superman, and I'm gonna read it, and I'm gonna look down so I don't mess it up. I think a hero is an ordinary individual who finds strength to persevere and endure in spite of overwhelming obstacles. All of you in this room are heroes, and I am privileged to be standing in this room with all of you. You have no idea. New Jersey cannot be successful without all of the people like you doing these jobs every day. I like that, thank you. As many of you know, I have been in this current role as an assistant commissioner for about 8 weeks, so I'm very new to this. I'm not new to the Department of Health. I've been with the Department of Health for almost 20 years. I started out as a field person, so many of you in this room I know and have worked with you on different levels, but my background is not in EMS. My background is in public health and emergency management. So I am learning as we go, and I have to say what I've learned in the last 8 weeks is that EMS is extremely committed. I have a great team at the Department of Health, which Candace already thanked them all for putting this conference on. This is amazing how many people come to this conference and what you all learn and network and share. It's wonderful. As I said, EMS is committed, and what I want to say to you is that I am committed to work together with all of you to share information when appropriate. I have to say when appropriate because I have to put that little disclaimer in there. We can't share everything all the time, and I know you all understand that, but I am committed to being as transparent as we possibly can, and to make EMS the best that we can in New Jersey. So that's my commitment to all of you as I stand up here. And I just want to say on behalf of the Department of Health, obviously, I would like to personally thank you and formally thank you for everything that you do. We are successful because of you, and I do realize I am standing up here between you and dinner, so I'm the last thing before dinner happens, so I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. We are going to take a little break, enjoy our networking, eat our dinner, and then we'll come back for what everyone's here for, the awards. So thank you very much.
dancers. We like dancers. That about wraps this up. We're going to get ready for the awards any moment. So stick around. I'm going to look back with another second later.
I think this is going to take a while. We're probably not back on until like this is at least a half hour for this, right? At least. We're probably not. Be back here at 9. We won't go on before 9. I just want to make sure I'm out.
All right, if I can have everybody's attention, please. Hello, can I have everybody's attention, please? All right, thank you. For the first awards, I would like to introduce Timothy Saplaki, our Chief of Data and Intelligence within the Office of EMS. He'll be introducing and reading all of the awards for the first 4. Timothy.
Good evening, everybody. Just want to draw attention. We did add a missing man table, and this in memorial of all that we've lost over the past year. I want to thank the task force for their support of that. There's a basket in front of the table for anybody that you've lost throughout the past year for EMS. We'd like to acknowledge them and keep track of them as well. So please feel free to add the names to the basket throughout the evening. Our first award for the evening is going to be Outstanding Action by an EMS Program. MetLife Stadium routinely hosts large-scale events with multi-agency resources and are requested to support the NJSEA EMS efforts. However, an event on June 4th proved to be anything but routine. At approximately 1900 hours, EMS teams assigned to the event were requested to the back loading dock for cardiac arrest of one of their own, one of our own. Crews consisting of members of Elizabeth Fire Department, NJSEA, Bergen County OEM, and the New Jersey Task Force quickly arrived and immediately began CPR. After 2 rounds of CPR, the teams confirmed that they had pulses back and the patient began to respond. After arrival of the Hackensack paramedics, the patient was loaded into a waiting ambulance and transported to Hackensack Emergency Department. En route to the hospital, the patient continued to improve. We're happy to report on June 22nd, the Elizabeth Fire Department EMS Chief Bidzeric, and I apologize if I butcher your name, was discharged from the hospital and has since returned to his post. Because of their outstanding actions and teamwork, their shared sense of purpose, this team, who had never ever worked together, were able to come together and provide care in a seamless fashion of one of their own, one of our own. I believe that Chief Bidzeric is here tonight. If I could ask him to come up. Thank you, Chief. We'd like to ask you to present the awards to our team. So we're happy to report with Chief here that the 2022 Outstanding Action by an EMS Program goes to Elizabeth Fire Department, Bergen County OEM, New Jersey EMS Task Force, NJSEA, and Hackensack Paramedics. If we could have representatives come on up. Outstanding Action by an EMS Citizen. On September 1st, 2021, Tropical Storm Ida dumped over 8 inches of rain in the Ringwood area, turning creeks into small raging rivers. The following day, a father with 2 children launched a canoe in a nearby creek, which was typically calm, but on this day proved to be life-altering. As the canoe entered the water, a nearby dam swamped the canoe, immediately causing the family to be thrown into the water and distressed. The father was able to pull one of his children out, but was frantically searching for the second when bystanders summoned 911. A nearby couple who was enjoying a quiet afternoon in the park heard the commotion and immediately ran over to aid the family. Without thinking twice, one of them immediately went into the raging creek to help the one child that was stuck on a rocky area in the middle of the creek. These bystanders risked their own lives by staying with the child and keeping them safe until additional resources could come and help rescue them. For their heroic efforts and actions of saving the young child's life, the 2022 Outstanding EMS Citizen goes to Joseph and Melissa Walker. Unfortunately, Joseph and Melissa could not be here, but accepting on their behalf is Captain Kip Critchman. EMS Community Service Award, providing strength, comfort, and emotional support to individuals and families and communities and first responders experiencing intense traumatic emotions and aftermath of critical incidents are the roof of this New Jersey-based volunteer nonprofit organization. Highly trained and certified certified canines, which could be EMTs, I guess, too, as well, and paramedics. Canines dedicated their thousands of hours to support first responders in multiple ways, such as regular visits to EMS stations, providing opportunities to become familiar with handlers while interacting with the canines. You've seen them throughout our conference. Local volunteer services provided the handlers with a certain level of comfort, calmness, as only canines could give to first responders that may be in need. These highly trained canine teams are experienced with psychological first aid and certified to work effectively in crisis environments and supporting anyone affected by such events as mass shootings, large-scale accidents, violence, abuse, tragic deaths, suicides, and so on. For supporting the well-being of our first responders during the most vulnerable times, the 2022 Community Service Award goes to the Crisis Response Canines. First Responder of the Year. On the morning of March 24th, 2022, at approximately 3:50 in the morning, Robbinsville Police Department received a call to respond to a residence and a woman in labor. Within 8 minutes of responding, an officer arrived to find herself with no choice but to deliver the baby. While delivering the baby, the officer instantly recognized the baby's umbilical cord was wrapped around the neck and the baby was in severe distress. The officer's training tricked in, and she was able to act quickly and effectively, saving the baby and removing the cord from the neck, undoubtedly saving the baby from further harm. Though this might be a highlight of the officer's year, it's just one example of the lives saved by this particular police officer, as she has saved multiple lives during her tenure. For recognizing a life-threatening situation and taking quick action as a first responder and saving the life of a newborn, the 2022 First Responder of the Year goes to Allison Ricci of Robbinsville Robbinsville Police Department. And now I'd like to introduce Dr. Mark Merlin, who's the chair of the New Jersey State EMS Council, to present the next awards.
Thank you, Tim. On May 17, 2022, at 4:09 p.m., a 911 call was received by the Toms River Fire EMS dispatch for the report of a beach sand tunnel collapse with 2 people entrapped. Upon arrival of the Ocean Beach Fire Company, it was confirmed that there was 1 person trapped with only their head visible and another person trapped beneath the sand. The sand quickly escalated to a multi-agency response, which would rapidly become a challenge for any dispatcher. Within the first couple of minutes, the 911 call being placed, the dispatcher had to act quickly to request and coordinate the initial dispatch of fire and EMS. 2 medical units, ALS, the request and coordinate the landing zones. Public Works heavily was involved with equipment and additional fire EMS and technical rescue teams. The dispatcher was able to maintain a calm, organized, and focused demeanor, all while directly responding to the exact location, as many were unfamiliar with this area of the beach, and dispatching additional EMS and fire calls throughout the other areas of Toms River Township. This was all accomplished while having to adapt and overcome multiple agencies operating on different channels, weak radio transmission signals, and the heightened emotions of some of the responders. It is far too often that the dispatchers, especially in incidents of this magnitude, are the forgotten first responders. For their direct impact on saving a life and being a confident, commanding voice, the 2022 Dispatcher of the Year Award goes to John Hafner. Congratulations. Pre-Hospital Nurse of the Year. Starting their EMS career as a 5-pointer in 1981, this now nurse routinely expands their knowledge and experience, not just throughout the New Jersey, but also nationally and internationally. They have been credited with many improvements within the hospital and SCTU system throughout the state of New Jersey. Devoted to education and quality improvement that were paramount to the implementation of SCTU transport standards, not just within EMS, but also within many systems as well. This individual is credited with facilitating a 24/7 SCTU program in southern New Jersey, which allowed patients to be transported to the most appropriate facility in a timely manner. Over the years, this nurse has worn many leadership hats and has seen many leadership challenges, but always made sure that the SCTU is not only well-equipped, but also cared for throughout proper education and competency. For their commitment to providing exceptional SCTU capabilities, education, and collaboration with all EMS levels and hospital providers, the 2022 Pre-Hospital Nurse of the Year goes to Ben Church. Congratulations. EMT of the Year. On August 7th, 2022, Barnegat Light First Aid and the Barnegat Light Volunteer Fire Department were dispatched to the Barnegat Inlet for a boat in distress. 2 jet skis were quickly launched from the Barnegat Light and were on scene within minutes, where a boat capsized, leaving several individuals in the chilly Barnegat Inlet. However, it was quickly discovered that a mother and child were unaccounted for and were believed to be trapped in the cabin of the capsized sinking boat. The rescuers quickly put a plan together which ultimately put their own lives at risk. One of the rescuers, who was also an EMT, dove under the capsized boat into the dark sinking cabin where a mother and her child were located, breathing via an air pocket that was quickly losing its ability to keep them alive. The EMT quickly assured the 2 of their safety, and they were going to get them out. Led by the rescuer, all 3 of them held their breath and swam to the surface, where they were greeted by additional rescuers to take them to further safety. The EMT did not take credit for saving the victims, but rather gave the credit to the team. For his selfless and tenacious act of heroism, the 2022 EMT of the Year for the state of New Jersey is Robert Selfridge. Congratulations. Paramedic of the Year. This recipient has served as an integral part of the COVID-19 pandemic response as he filled various roles. He frequently provided assistance as the standard paramedic to acting management roles for all the betterment of the team. He is regarded as one of the most respected and well-rounded EMS providers in the state of New Jersey. He is known to continuously go above and beyond, not just for his patients, but also for his coworkers and the mission that EMS stands behind. This nominee is frequently asked to contribute to the community outreach programs to provide education on EMS. He shares his wealth of knowledge and experience to teach others the importance of EMS and the values that a patient shall expect in the unfortunate chance they require EMS assistance. He is routinely summoned to put his knowledge and compassion to work to the test during significant large-scale incidences. This provider has a strong desire to achieve any goal presented and always seeks high-quality education and patient care. Because of their continued excellence, commitment, diverse skill set, and professionalism, the 2022 State of New Jersey Paramedic of the Year goes to Kevin Trainer. I now have the honor to introduce Dan Kazar, Chief of Education, Licensure, and Enforcement from the Office of Emergency Medical Services.
Pre-Hospital Educator of the Year. This educator began their career as a cadet with the Magnolia Ambulance Corps in the late 1980s. They have dedicated their life to the education of emergency medical services professionals using innovation and creativity. Earning an EMT instructor certification in December of 2011 allowed them to further share their knowledge and passions with thousands. This educator has a way of teaching that makes hard material just make sense, teaching not only the required material to be successful, but also the essential characteristics of compassion, empathy, respect, and humility that are paramount to quality EMS. They can be routinely found saying, if you are only using the textbook, you are doing something wrong. Their dedication to education within the pre-hospital environment results in EMTs who go beyond the basics and strive to become more than professionals. Their innovation and creativity for pre-hospital education is unparalleled, which is why they are known not only within the EMS community, but also by doctors, nurses, and allied health professionals who work in the emergency departments of many hospitals within the South Jersey area. They say he is an amazing person, charismatic, educated, and constantly selfless, especially for someone who has been doing this job for 30 years, and all while still volunteering time to continue helping the community he grew up in. For their dedication to excellence in EMS education, the 2022 Pre-Hospital Educator of the Year Award goes to Christopher Ballinger. Pre-Hospital Administrator of the Year. John C. Maxwell said, "A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way." This next recipient is known for empowering their staff through a hands-on leadership approach that gives their staff the opportunity to learn from watching and doing rather than being told. They are routinely and unnoticeably pivoting between working alongside their staff, all while handling the responsibilities that go unnoticed. Their attention to detail has been proven to benefit not just the patients, but the staff that utilize those details to prosper. This administrator is well-rounded and a respected manager of many projects and people. For their dedication and commitment to leadership in EMS, the 2002 Pre-Hospital Administrator of the Year goes to Rich Kreisik. Pre-Hospital Physician of the Year. A New Jersey native who began their career volunteering as an EMT in Homedale before working for Monarch, where they grew to cherish the fond memories of their rapidly expanding incidents at the PNC Bank Art Center. They went on to Brown University before returning to New Jersey to attend the Robert Wood Johnson Medical School. They further refined their commitment to emergency medicine and emergency medical services while completing residency and an EMS fellowship at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. After completing their fellowship, they returned to New Jersey to lead a large EMS service at New Jersey's only public hospital. During his tenure as medical director, he implemented a lecture series that seeks to engage providers and instill them with the highest knowledge. He has proven to be the go-to person for implementing new equipment and strategies through evidence-based best practices. They have combined their medical skills with the only hospital-based heavy rescue program in the state to fuel growth and a renewed interest in providing the highest level of care to victims requiring technical rescue. As one of the most approachable members of the department, they will never hesitate to take the time to discuss situations that require any level of privacy. Anytime a department member has been sick or injured, they will never wait too long for a call or visit from him. For their commitment and immense contributions to all levels of EMS, while embracing compassion for the providers and patients, the 2022 Pre-Hospital Physician of the Year Award goes to Dr. Timothy Sadie. Pre-Hospital Program of the Year. Forward-thinking leadership mixed with a dedicated staff and supportive municipality provides the tools needed for a successful program. This program responds to nearly 11,000 EMS incidents a year as a BLS agency and provides valuable education to many surrounding agencies. With a diverse community, this program encounters a variety of unique incidents that are handled to the highest standard. This program is a contributing agency to the New Jersey EMS Task Force with several roles, including maintaining and operating MCRU number 6, ASAP 16, and a gatekeeper tent system. This program's Special Operations Division provides several unique disciplines such as mass care response, technical rescue, tactical EMS, water rescue, hazmat support, and firefighter rehab. This agency also provides BLS education to the local police departments, schools, lifeguards, and public. Regular interactions with the public through public events and social media keep this program aligned with the community and accessible for anyone who seeks assistance or knowledge. For their dedication, support, and accessibility to their community and surrounding jurisdictions, the 2022 Pre-Hospital Program of the Year Award goes to the Brick Township Police Division of EMS. I would now like to introduce Jennifer McCarthy to announce the winners of the New Jersey Sim Competition.
Good evening, everybody. Our simulation competition is a mimic of a real environment, an opportunity to standardize, an opportunity to assess best practice, and an opportunity to learn and grow. We are extremely proud to offer one of the only simulation competitions that utilizes best practices of healthcare simulation. And for this, we believe is why we had the largest number of competing teams this year. Every year, our hope is that the design of our scenario pushes the competitors to grow and learn. We utilize a choice that is current practice and demands their presence and accuracy. This year's theme was specifically designed around the idea of doing what isn't always needed in EMS care. This pushed our teams under pressure and really had people rise to the occasion. On Wednesday, the pursuit for the Cup started with 14 paramedic teams and 10 EMT teams. And each year we're blessed with Gary Ackerman's amazing work where he takes hours of video footage and still shots and allows us all here tonight and out in the live environment to actually experience what our teams came to win tonight and say, we earned this cup. So Gary, thank you for your talent, and let's see what the teams went through.
In medicine, always and never does not exist. Through the science of simulation, scenario architects craft carefully researched experiences that expose this inexplicable truth, preparing clinicians to save lives even in the most challenging circumstances. The edifying discipline of simulation in healthcare transcends former instructive boundaries. It is remarkable when education and clinical practice can intersect in such a meaningful way. The 2022 simulation competition teams are dazzling emergency medical services professionals with immense grit and talent. All the competitors are dedicated to pursuing clinical and communication excellence as evidenced by months of preparation, practicing simulation to improve their clinical decision-making skills under pressure.
We'll go into the simulation lab to do hands-on skills with airway trainers and even make into some games, kind of an airway version of horse, if you will.
To prepare for the simulation competition, it's really about building a rapport with your partner. It's maintaining command presence and professionalism. In all the years of competing here at the simulation competitions, I've learned, I've grown as a provider.
Just keep counting. One, two.
Though every competitor is a winner, 3 forward-thinking BLS and ALS crews advanced to the finals in a starting field of 24 teams. The capability to make a prompt decision that opposes a widely accepted norm authenticates a team that communicates well under pressure and possesses the clinical insight to solve complex medical dilemmas. Crews responded to rural New Jersey for a pediatric cyclist struck by an impaired driver. The extended entrapment time of the cyclist resulted in pelvic crush injury syndrome, a condition marked by acutely lethal high blood potassium. Immersed in the predicament of opposing the usual choice to move quickly in trauma, the winnable option to stay and manage the case on scene propelled teams to the finals. In the finals, competitors responded to a university setting during rush week where 2 partygoers knowingly ingested xylazine for an extra kick to their intoxication. Contestants found themselves navigating a wild frat scene where the winners managed 2 patients with a polypharmacy overdose and a 3rd complex cardiac patient due to a long battle with SUD. Substance use disorder affects all walks of life. There are no boundaries. it could be anyone. Treating all patients with respect and compassion and moving towards a solution to the substance use crisis facing our world is essential. EMS clinicians that maintain a non-judgmental approach to patient interaction position themselves best to help patients at risk of this dreadful disease. From the staff that worked so hard to make this competition possible, we thank you one and all for your participation in this year's competition and for your dedication to improving healthcare safety.
We'd like to thank all of our sponsors. I believe there's a slide to summarize. It takes a village, the OEMS staff support, the Harrah's staff as well. Thank you for all that you do. I believe that's coming up, I guess not. Okay, well, moving right along. Thank you to all of our sponsors. In our eyes as a SIM staff, we want to acknowledge everybody that competed. If you are a competitor from the preliminaries, please stand in the room so we can take our a round of applause to all of you. For you to step forward, for you to step forward and be judged by your peers under pressure speaks volumes to who you are. Thank you for your service to EMS, the residents and citizens of your response areas. And now what you really want to know is who won. Okay, so for third place, we're going to start with the ALS team, and the winner is... Oh, that was right on cue. Can you do the advancement? Fidney. And our third place BLS team is Fidney. Congratulations. Before we announce the second place award recipients, we always take a moment, and thank you to Mount Laurel EMS for allowing us to do this, to raise awareness for a very important cause. There's a special level for the second place award recipients. They receive a green stethoscope in honor of the Code Green campaign. And it's a special moment where we can honor one of our lost members, Katie Broker. And I just want to read a very short summary. Katie was a member of the Mount Laurel EMS community. She was also a paramedic student and a past competitor of the sim competition. And it was Katie's passion about EMS that really exuded and brought all that loved her to her side. She was in the process of completing her training to become a paramedic when she lost her battle with depression. Mount Laurel EMS supports the Code Green campaign and its efforts to increase the important awareness of mental health issues facing first responders and to help eliminate this stigma that's so important to all of us that are part of this industry. And whether you choose to use this to display it as a reminder of the pursuit that you came through this process and the accomplishments through the sim, we hope that the presence helps raise awareness to the mental health issues facing all first responders. So thank you to Mount Laurel EMS for this important added level of support. And the second place ALS award recipients are Atlantic Care. And the BLS recipients are Toms River BLS. And our first place recipients, ALS, Team Merit, and BLS, RWJ. Ladies. Congratulations to all the winners of the sim competition. I now invite our acting director of the Office of Emergency Medical Services, Candace Gardner, back to the mic.
Okay, EMS Volunteer Lifetime Achievement. With nearly 50 years of EMS service, 100 years combined, the next two recipients have been active members of the Ringwood Ambulance Corps since 1974. During their tenure, they have been instrumental in facilitating progression and changes in EMS and in their organization. Together, they have answered thousands of calls over the past 48 years in which they have received numerous letters of commendation from patients, families, and fellow first responders. They are an imperative part of not just the Ringwood Ambulance Corps, but of the history of EMS in New Jersey. They have proven that EMS providers are resilient, committed, and dedicated. For their wealth of knowledge, experience, commitment, and lifelong achievements to the Ringwood Ambulance Corps and EMS in New Jersey, the 2022 EMS Volunteer Lifetime Achievement Award goes to Dominic and Laura Ingrafa. Congratulations. Okay, this next award is the Career Lifetime Achievement Award and a Director's Award. The year was 1976. Jimmy Carter defeats incumbent Gerald Ford. The Pittsburgh Steelers defeated the Dallas Cowboys 21-17 in Super Bowl X. Apple Computer Company and Microsoft became incorporated. At 16 years old, he began his career as a volunteer with the Green Book Rescue Squad in Somerset County, eagerly pursuing training, initially as a New Jersey State Council 5-pointer, shortly thereafter as an emergency medical technician. Within a few short years, he became a leader within that organization, serving as its lieutenant and captain. He obtained his paramedic certification in June of 1983 and eventually became the Mercy 6 interim director, while attaining additional experience as an ALS provider at UMDNJ in Newark and Overlook Hospital in Summit. On October of 1986, he was recruited by Hunterdon Medical Center, initially as a consultant and then as a director of the Mobile Intensive Care Unit. In this role, he formed the 1987 inauguration of Hunterdon County's first Mobile Intensive Care Unit. In 1995, with the establishment of a second full-time ALS unit in southern Warren County, he fulfilled the state's missing link, which provided New Jersey with 100% ALS coverage. I personally will never forget the first time I met this individual during a chaotic response to the September 11th terrorist bombings in New York City. He was calm and collected and was always thinking about his team at Hunterdon. And he asked me, "Do you want a job?" He has had many accomplishments throughout the state during his tenure, but the most notable is the longest tenure of any ALS director in a single healthcare system of 35 years. For his years of dedication, advancement, and expansion of the EMS in New Jersey, the 2022 EMS Career Lifetime Achievement Award and the Director's Award goes to Martin Hogan. Congratulations, Marty. On to the next Director's Award. In 1972, at the age of 16, this individual joined the Halden Ambulance Association. He began his professional career as the Patterson Fire Department Emergency Medical Services Division in 1975 while volunteering in Halden, North Halden, and Prospect Park communities. He quickly rose through the ranks to a supervisory role and a training officer. In 1981, he graduated from paramedic school at the University of Medicine and Dentistry. A year later, he started his career with St. Joseph's Hospital in Patterson, where he rose through the ranks from the clinical coordinator to the director. After serving the community of Patterson for 25 years, he accepted a position with Holy Name Hospital in Teaneck as director, where he remained until his retirement this year. In his 50 years of service in the EMS community, Mark has worked for Valley Hospital, Chilton Memorial Hospital, St. Joseph's Hospital, and Holy Name Hospital. He has also worked part-time as a medical investigator for the Passaic County Medical Examiner's Office. As a respected leader in the EMS industry, Mark has served on multiple boards and think tanks where his expertise has been sought out nationwide. He is the recipient of multiple life-saving awards and excellence in leadership and administration. He has also been included in countless media interactions and literature publications with both fire and EMS. For a lifetime of dedication, commitment, and the contributions to EMS, it is an honor to award Mark Venema with the Director's Award. Okay, last but certainly not least, this individual is recognized as a subject matter expert and has been responsible for improving the care of children, both nationally and across New Jersey. In 1997, he joined the Emergency Medical Services for Children program and quickly became a valued contributor. He has contributed to the success of the American College of Emergency Physicians, Guidelines for Care of Children in the ED Task Force. This pediatric champion has contributed countless hours to educating emergency services personnel, as well as the New Jersey Emergency Medical Services Program for more than 23 years. He also served as the Emergency Medical Services Children Advisory Council Chair from 2007 to 2020. Most recently, he received an award for his contributions to emergency medicine. For his leadership of the EMS for Children Advisory Council and the commitment to improving care of children through education and preparedness, it is with great pleasure that I present Dr. Alfred Sacchetti with the 2022 Director's Awards. Once again, thank you so much and congratulations to all the nominees, families, friends, and who support them in EMS lives. It is important for us to continue to work together and to nominate our peers to make sure they're recognized for their extraordinary work that they have done throughout the year. So don't forget, next year, make sure you nominate those who have made a difference in somebody's life. Thank you very much for all your time, and please join us on the dance floor until about 10 o'clock tonight. Thank you, and have a great night.